Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study motion. In physics, what do you understand by motion? We study two things, motion and rest. When we see cars moving on roads, buses moving on the roads, they are in motion. For example, like I am walking, so I am in motion. And in comparison to me, the blackboard, this blackboard is at rest. So objects are either at rest or in motion. So if an object is in motion, it will change its position with respect to the objects around it. A body is said to be in motion when it is moving in comparison to its circumstances, in comparison to the other objects around it, and its position changes with respect to time. So in motion we see the birds flying in the sky, aeroplanes moving in the sky, the trains moving on the tracks. So they are all motion, they are all in motion. When we are moving in a train, we see that the objects which are passing by, the trees, the roads, it appears as if they are also moving. So motion is always relative thing. It is a relative thing. So let us study, in motion we study about three types of motion. Number one is motion in a straight line. That is called linear motion. Linear motion, that is motion in a straight line. Then we study rotatory motion, or circular motion. Then number three is vibratory motion. Vibratory motion. For example, motion of a planet around the sun. Suppose this is a planet and here it is sun. So motion of planet around the sun is a type of circular motion. Vibratory motion means a motion which repeats itself about a particular point. For example, motion of a simple pendulum, pendulum of a clock. These are oscillatory motion or vibratory motion. So let us first study linear motion or motion in a straight line. The simplest form of motion is motion in a straight line. Motion in a straight line. To understand motion in a straight line, we need to have a starting point. This starting point is called reference point. Now reference point can be your home, your house, or it can be your school. If your journey starts from your school, the reference point or starting point will be your school. So one concept is reference point, from where you take the measurements. Second concept in studying motion is point object. Point object. Point object means if the size of the object is very small in comparison to the path that it travels, that object is considered as point object. For example, if a bus starts from ideal school and it travels to say another city, say from Bhopal it travels to Indore, then when we compare the size of the bus in comparison to the distance that it travels, suppose it travels 200 kilometers. So in comparison to 200 kilometers, the size of bus is very small. So bus will be considered as point object. So when we study motion, the big objects like bus or train or car, we consider them as point objects. Now let us make a scale. This is a scale. Say it starts from the reference point O. O can be the starting point. Then it can be written as 10, 20, so these are in kilometers. The distance is in kilometers. Starting from 0, so this position is A, B, C, D. An object starts from A, and if it travels to C, it has traveled 10 kilometers. Then so on. So there are some physical quantities that we should know to study motion. Number one physical quantity that we should know is distance. Now what is distance? Distance is the path traveled by a body in a given interval of time. Suppose the body travels from A to B, the distance traveled is 10 kilometers. If it travels up to C, it is 20, and so on. If it reaches G, then the distance traveled is 60 kilometers. From here, if it comes back, say this body comes up to E, so distance traveled will be 60 plus 20. Backwards 10 kilometers, then again 10 kilometers, so total distance will be 80 kilometers. So distance is the total path traveled by the body, the total path covered by the body. Second physical quantity is displacement. This is the second physical quantity to understand motion. Suppose a body travels from A to B, displacement is 10. If it travels up to C, displacement is 20 kilometers. If it travels up to G, distance is 60 kilometers. Now, if the body is coming back, it has come back to E. So displacement will be from A to E, that is displacement will be 40 kilometers. It will not be 60 plus 20, it is 40 kilometers. So displacement is the path between initial and final position. Displacement depends on the initial and final position, or it is the shortest distance between the initial and final position. I can give you another example. Suppose a body travels from O to A, then it reaches B. Say this is 20 kilometers. We can say this is say 4 kilometers and this is say 3 kilometers. So distance will be, in this case, distance will be how much? Distance will be 4 plus 3, that is 7 kilometers. And displacement displacement will be the shortest distance between final position and initial position, that is OB. So we can calculate OB. OB is the hypotenuse here. So this is perpendicular square plus, if this is the base, then base square plus perpendicular square. 4 square plus 3 square, 16 plus 9, 25. So root of 25. So this will be 5. So displacement is, we see, 5 kilometer. So what we see here is displacement can be equal to distance, and it can never be more than the distance. Displacement is always less than the distance. Distance is a scalar quantity. Scalar means it has only magnitude. Displacement is a vector quantity. That means it has magnitude and direction. So now, distance can never be zero. If the body has traveled, then distance has to be always positive. But displacement, it can be zero, it can be positive, as well as it can be negative. So distance, suppose if the body travels from O to A to B and comes back to A, so displacement is 0, whereas distance will be 10 plus 10, that is 20. So this is the basic difference between distance and displacement. In the next class, we will study other physical quantities like velocity and acceleration. Thank you.
आइडियल हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल, उत्तम शिक्षा का सही स्थान।
प्रवेश प्रारंभ। अधिक जानकारी के लिए संपर्क करें आइडियल हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल, पंजाबी बाग, भोपाल।
फोन नंबर 0755 4260
हमारा वेबसाइट www.idealschool.in